Beresford.
My dear boy, how are you?
In the pin. Well, as you can see, India's not been treating me too badly.
It must be 20 years. You still look like a mischievous schoolboy. What's the secret, eh?
Indian magic.
Must be pretty potent stuff. Perhaps I should try it.
Must be parched after your journey. Fancy a chocolate pick?
Hey, that's something long and cool. Leave me to this.
Saeed, do chocolate pick, Jaldi Karo. Oh, don't they have magic in Africa, too?
Oh, no, not that sort. African magic lies underground.
Oh, yes, I got your letter. All true, is it?
Every word.
Splendid.
Is that your wife?
Yes.
Beautiful woman. How old was she when she died?
26.
Ever thought of marrying again?
No. Now, look, about this scheme of yours, I still don't understand why you need me.
Well, I haven't got the resources. Not for something as big as this.
Yes, but, I mean, if it's such a cast-iron investment, I mean, why not go to the bank?
I want you to have a share in my good fortune. You see, I've never forgotten our school days, Crewe, when you took a friendless new boy under your wing, invited him to stay with your people during the holidays. And now I've got a chance to repay you for your kindness.
Sure you don't want me to lend you the money?
Oh, no, I'm quite sure. I want you to have a share in the profits, which, according to the geologist's report, should be beyond the dreams of avarice.
All right. There you are.
What's this? Are you sure you can afford it?
I can't afford to lose it. But stocks and shares bore me. I'd much rather invest in an old friend whose judgment I trust.
Well, thank you. Two old friends, then.
Old friend. By the time I return, I expect to hear you've made me as rich as Croesus.
Well, if not, may your goddess strike me down. You going on leave, then?
Yes, I'm taking my little soldier on a tour of Europe.
Your little soldier?
My daughter, Sarah.
Ah.
Yes, she's going to boarding school.
May I ask how your client happened to hear of us, Mr. Barrett?
Through Lady Meredith. I understand both her daughters were educated here.
Such sweet girls. Both of them presented at court, you know.
My client will be delighted to hear it. Then I may inform Captain Crewe you will be expecting his daughter early in the new year.
Captain Crewe?
The captain is Sir Gerald's son and the sole beneficiary of his considerable fortune.
Indeed.
Here is a note drawn on his London bank. If you would be good enough to fill in the amount of the first term's fees. As far as the girl's comfort is concerned, money is no object. She is to have her own sitting room, her own pony and carriage, and her own maid.
Her own maid? I'm sorry, Mr. Barrow. That is quite impossible. It would only cause resentment among my other girls.
I'm sorry, too. It seems I must look elsewhere.
But, of course, if that is the captain's wish, then she shall have her maid.
A French maid. He was very insistent on that point. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
No, Missy Sahib. You have to leave all your books.
Oh, Anna, please. It'll be such a comfort to me when I'm all alone in that place. Surrounded by fog, rain and cold. Thinking of you and Papa.
Missy Sahib, you'll be far too busy to think about us. Learning how to be a lady. You
Oh, I don't want to learn how to be a lady. I want to stay here with you.
What's this? Mutiny? You know how we deal with mutineers, don't you?
Yes, Papa.
Up against the wall, then. Want a blindfold?
No, thank you. I do not fear death.
Very well, then. Firing party. Present. Aim.
Oh, excuse me, Captain Sahib.
What is it?
I think perhaps the prisoner has a last request.
Yes, I have. I want to take my books to England.
No, you won't need books when you're dead.
Oh, please, Papa. I'm not play acting now.
Oh, I'll buy you books. Lots of them. French, German, Italian, all first editions.
But aren't first editions expensive?
No, hang the expense. We're going to be very, very rich.
We're rich already.
Yes, and now we are going to be millionaires. I have just bought a half share in a diamond mine.
A diamond mine?
Yes, you see, you can leave all your books and clothes behind. I'll buy you a whole new wardrobe in Europe and a whole new library.
Oh, Papa. I shall miss you, though. The books and clothes in the world won't make up for that. I shall miss you terribly.
Promise me one thing, little soldier.
What?
Well, don't spend all your time reading. Now, girls of your age should be enjoying themselves. Playing with dolls or something.
Oh, I'm too old for dolls. Except, perhaps,
Go on.
a very special one. A friend I can talk to when you're not there.
All right, then. We'll go shopping in London. See if we can find a very special one.
Oh, I'm sure we shall find her. She'll be there waiting for us. And her name will be Emily.
You sure she's what you want?
Oh, yes, this is Emily, all right. She recognized me before I saw her.
Doesn't seem very talkative.
She doesn't talk, she thinks. And only I know what she's thinking. I've got butterflies in my stomach. Do all soldiers feel like this when they go into battle?
Oh, all of them. Even the bravest.
Captain Crewe, Mum.
My dear Captain Crewe, what a pleasure it is to meet you at last.
And this must be Sarah. What a beautiful child. It will be a privilege to have charge of her.
I'm not beautiful, Miss Minchin.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I believe I'm rather ugly.
Well, at least she's not vain. Do come in.
Here.
Please be seated. I have hired a French maid, as you requested. Would you care to see her references?
Oh, no. That won't be necessary. I'm sure she'll do very well.
I've also hired a pony and carriage. And Sarah will have the prettiest rooms in the house. They are on the first floor with a lovely view of the square.
Thank you, Miss Minchin. Emily thanks you too.
Emily?
My doll. She'll be my intimate friend when Papa has gone.
What an adorable creature she is, to be sure.
Yes, Miss Minchin. You'll take good care of my little soldier for me, won't you? She's all I have in the world.
Set your mind at rest, Captain. My sister and I cherish these girls as if they were our own daughters. Would you care to see your rooms, my dear?
Yes, please.
Maria, this is Miss Crewe.
Oh, voilà la petite. Thank you, Henriette. Viens, ma chérie. Viens.
Enchanté de faire votre connaissance, mademoiselle.
So you speak French?
My mother was French. I never knew her, but I think that's why I found it so easy to learn.
Oh, c'est très bien cela. I'm called Mariette.
Yes, I know.
I've been unpacking your clothes. What wonderful trimmings and fine petticoats. Not even the Marquise de Souillac had such a trousseau.
Would you like me to help you?
Oh no, ma petite. Ladies do not unpack their own suitcases. That is my task.
Oh, what a lovely room. Don't you think so, Emily? We should be happy here.
Good.
Thank you.
I shouldn't like Emily to be homesick.
This is your papa?
Yes.
Then I will leave you alone together.
Excuse me, monsieur.
Well, little soldier, I'm afraid the time has come.
Yes. Try not to be lonely, Papa.
Such a stare. You look as if you're learning me by heart.
I don't have to learn you. You're inside my heart.
And you're inside mine too. You'll be inside it even when you're 3,000 miles away. Never forget that, little soldier.
You'd better go. You don't want me to see you cry, do you?
Mustn't cry in front of the men. Frightfully bad form.
She's got 7 petticoats, Lavinia, and 10 tiny pairs of shoes. She must have very small feet.
Don't be ridiculous, Jessie. Any clever shoemaker can make big feet look small, and she isn't even pretty.
No, but she's got an interesting face.
What's interesting about it?
Her eyes, I think. They seem to go right through you. As if she was summing you up.
You girls have no business to be summing anyone up. It's us who should be summing her up.
She's got one of those petticoats on now. I saw it as she sat down.
Oh, don't stare. You'll make her think she's the centre of attention.
Silk stockings, too. And she has got small feet.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jessie. I'm sick and tired of hearing about her feet. It's the most boring subject in the world.
Good morning, young ladies.
Good morning, Miss Minchin.
Be seated. First of all, I wish to introduce to you your new companion. Sara, come here. This is Sara Crewe, who has come to us from a very great distance. From India, in fact. What? India! As soon as lessons are over, you must make each other's acquaintance. Now, Sara, let us talk about your curriculum. Do you know what a curriculum is?
Yes, Miss Minchin.
Oh. I assume that since your papa wished me to engage a French maid, he wishes you to study the French language.
I think he asked you to engage her because he thought it would please me.
Please you? I'm afraid you've been a very spoiled little girl, haven't you? You mustn't imagine that everything is done for your pleasure.
I don't imagine that.
Well brought up, young ladies. Do not interrupt, Sara. My impression is that your papa wishes you to learn French, and so that is what you will do. Monsieur Dufarge will be here directly.
take this book of elementary grammar and study it until he arrives.
But I can speak.
No buts. Sit down, please. At once. And don't sulk. It is not at all becoming.
I wasn't sulking, Miss
You were
Minchin.
looking cross, which is much the same thing. You must learn to do as you are told, with good grace.
Bonjour, mes enfants. Bonjour, monsieur. Asseyez-vous, asseyez-vous. Oh, madame, you have a new pupil for me, I see.
Yes, Monsieur Dufarge. Stand up, Sarah. Her father is very anxious she should begin to learn your beautiful language, but she seems to have taken rather a childish prejudice against it.
Indeed, mademoiselle. Then I hope I may be able to change your opinion.
Monsieur Dufarge, je regrette que madame ait mal compris. Je pense que votre langue est la plus belle du monde. Ma mère était française et c'est pour ça que papa m'a appris le vocabulaire de base qu'il connaît très bien.
Silence!
Your turn now, mademoiselle. Bon, allons. Bon.
Bonjour, monsieur Blanche.
Avez.
Avez-vous les bons pains?
Non, mademoiselle. Not le bon pain. Le bon pain. Répétez.
Le bon pain.
Please, young ladies. Such an accent is not a matter of amusement.
We can't help it, Monsieur Dufarge. She's so stupid.
Nevertheless, we must persevere. Translate, please, mademoiselle. Bonjour, monsieur le boulanger.
Good day, Mr. Butcher.
Baker. Avez-vous le bon pain?
Have you the good pain?
How many times must I tell you le pain, the bread? It is 11 o'clock. The lesson is terminated. Au revoir, mes enfants.
Au revoir, Monsieur Dufarge.
What's your name?
Ermengarde.
Mine's Sarah.
Yes.
I'm interested in names, so I looked mine up in a book. Did you know the first Sarah was Abraham's wife? Originally, she was called Sarai, the quarrelsome, but it was changed by divine decree to Sarah, the princess.
Is it true that you have a playroom all to yourself?
Yes. Would you like to see it?
Oh, may I?
Of course. Come on.
There you are, you little slut. Where on earth have you been?
The scuttle cook.
Oh, it doesn't take half an hour to build coal scuttles.
The coal bucket is that heavy. There's all them stairs.
Don't give me none of your lip or I'll box your ears for you. Get those hands washed. Start peeling these potatoes.
I haven't had no breakfast.
Oh, you're too late for that. If she doesn't get a move on, she'll be too late for lunch and all.
Beautiful.
Papa gave her to me as a going away present. Do you love your father, Ermengarde? More than anyone else in the world?
Not really. I'd like to, but he thinks I'm stupid. And if people don't like you, you can't really love them, can you?
Well, I love mine, but we're going to be apart for so long.
Have a good cry then. I won't tell.
Soldiers don't cry. Papa's a soldier, you see, and he taught me to bear my wounds bravely.
I cried the whole of my first term, even though I wasn't a bit homesick. Silly, wasn't it?
Expect it was shock.
Yes.
You soon get over it, though, don't you? Once you've made some friends.
I haven't got any friends.
No friends? How long have you been here?
A year.
But that's terrible.
I'm stupid, you see, and fat. People don't want friends like that.
I do.
But you're so clever and I'm so boring.
I don't find you at all boring. And I'll tell you what, Ermengarde. If you'll keep Emily and me company when we're lonely, we'll help you with your lessons. Is it a bargain?
It's a bargain.
Oh, Captain Sahib, I have been so worried about you. We were expecting you yesterday.
Carriage lost a wheel. The driver and I had to spend last night by the roadside with no protection from the storm. I believe I caught a chill.
Well, then you must get warm. I've lit a fire in your study room.
Thank you, Anna.
And the Missy Sahib?
She'll be all right. Fine school.
Kambalelo. The house has seemed so quiet without her.
Yes. Yes, to tell you the truth, I've been dreading these first few days back home.
You English. I'll never understand
What?
why you have to send your children away.
Wait. Teaches them to stand on their own 2 feet.
Yes, but childhood is so short. When she returns, she will be a young woman.
For heaven's sake, Anna, I'm miserable enough without you nagging at me. Well, let's agree not to... No.
Something the matter, Captain Sahib?
Elle est un chant d'amour, triste ou gai, tour à
Excuse me, miss, any shoes to clean?
Oh, yes. Voilà.
They'll be outside the door, miss, in the morning.
Thank you. Who is that girl?
Oh, it's only Becky, the scullery maid.
But she looks so thin and tired.
Yes, they do not treat her well downstairs.
Ellie, it must be awful to be poor.
Oh, do not concern yourself, petite mademoiselle. Fortunately, it is a condition that you will never, ever experience.
My dear crew, I don't know how to soften the terrible news I have to tell, so I must come straight out with it. The geologist was wrong. There are no diamonds, and we have both lost everything.
Oh, my God.
My own brain means nothing to me, but when I think of the injury I've done to you, old fellow, I want to die. Several times I've taken out my revolver and put it to my head, but that is the coward's way. My punishment must be to live on, to face my shame and your anger. Consequently, as soon as I can raise the fare, I will come to India and beg your forgiveness. Your humble servant, for you will no longer consider me a friend. Tom Cass.
My poor darling.
Oh, really? Naughty little one.
It's just luck, though, isn't it? I mean, that little girl, we're about the same age. It's just luck that I'm not her and she isn't me.
Not luck. It is the will of God.
I mean, God wants some people to be poor.
Perhaps.
But why?
As a trial. To strengthen their characters. Allez. Bonne nuit, ma chérie.
When we marry it.
Sahib? Oh, Captain Sahib?
Sarah, dear,
I mustn't, in case us poor commoners lose our way.
I'm surprised she hasn't brought her maid with her. I mean, if her nose starts twitching in church, she'll have to blow it herself, won't she?
Do you think she knows how to?
Of course not. Princesses can't be bothered with common or garden things like that. They're far too busy dealing with affairs of state.
Stop talking, young lady.
His cramps are getting worse.
Shall I send for the doctor?
Oh, it's a use he's done all he can.
Perhaps you should take some more medicine.
No, that foul-tasting stuff won't make any difference.
Come, Captain Sahib. You are young and strong. You will be on your feet in no time at all.
I worry about you. And about the poor darling Mrs. Sahib. Oh, Hannah, what's to become of her?
Set your mind at rest, huh? When she returns, it will be just as before. We shall look after her together.
She doesn't know about the letter. I didn't want to spoil it for her because it's her birthday soon. I've ordered lots of presents. Expensive presents. God knows how I'll pay for them. She might as well enjoy herself while she can.
Young ladies. Quickly and quietly.
Becky, wake up. Your name is Becky, isn't it?
Yes, miss. How did you know?
I asked Mariette.
But why?
I felt sorry for you. You look so thin and tired. Don't they give you enough to eat? But that's awful. I shall speak to Miss Minchin about it.
Oh, no, miss, please don't do that. You should throw me out in the street.
Do you like meat pies?
Oh, yes. Nice and filling, then.
Mariette and I are going shopping tomorrow morning. I'll bring some back for you.
Oh, miss.
Don't call me miss. My name's Sarah.
I know. But I couldn't call you by your real name.
Why not?
It wouldn't be right. What with you being a princess and all?
I'm not a princess.
No? Well, that's what they call you down the kitchens.
Rebecca, if I had wished to have my stairs cleaned at this pace, I would have hired a tortoise for the job.
It's just not fair, Lavinia. She's not nearly as pretty as you, and very much younger. Why should she lead the line every Sunday?
Because Minchin's a snob, that's why. I have plenty of expensive clothes at home, but I wouldn't dream of wearing them here. It's frightfully common to flaunt one's wealth.
Little show-off. It's disgusting the way Minchin fawns on her. Sarah, dear, do come and speak French to Lady Pitkin. I want her to hear your accent.
And come and talk to Mrs. Musgrave about India, Sarah, dear. Her son's about to enlist.
Anybody'd think her father was a general or something. He may be rich, but he's still only a captain.
As a captain's daughter ought to be leading the line. Don't you agree?
Fatty. What?
I said Sarah ought to be bringing up the rear. Don't you think so?
I don't know.
You don't know anything, do you? Except that Sarah's rich. That's why you've become her little toad.
That's not true.
Of course it is. In exchange, she lets you walk with her. You think you'd ever get to the front of the line without your hoity-toity friend, a fat, clumsy girl like you? I asked you a question.
No, I don't suppose I would, but that's not the reason I'm her friend.
Ah! So what is the reason?
She's the only one who's kind to me.
Kind to you? You mean she buys you things?
No, I don't mean that.
It's her money. Go on, admit it.
It's not her money.
Come on, Jessie. Let's make her admit it.
Right.
Ow! Repeat after me. It's because she's rich.
But it isn't. Ow! All right. I'll say it.
It's because she's rich.
It's because she's rich.
Lottie, please, just hush. Will you stop this nonsense, please? Stop it.
What on earth is the matter with her?
I don't know. She won't say.
Lottie! Lottie! If you don't stop this dreadful noise this instant, do you hear? I shall smack you. Ow! I shall smack you very hard.
Excuse me, Miss Minchin.
Oh, sir, it's you. If you want to talk to me, dear, you'd better
Annette, as you can see, we have a little problem.
Yes, I was wondering if I could help.
You?
I think I can make her stop crying. May I try?
What a sweet, thoughtful child. Yes, well, in that case, we'll leave her to you. Come along, Amelia. Come here. Very good.
What's the matter, Lottie? You can tell me. If you don't tell me why you're crying, how can I help you?
Because I haven't.
Haven't what?
Got to Mama.
Neither have I.
Why? Where is she?
In heaven, like yours.
Oh.
Doesn't mean they can't see us, though. I'm sure they come out every now and then to take a look at us. Perhaps they're here now. You wouldn't want them to see you crying, would you?
Well, I can't see them.
No, when you go to heaven, you become invisible.
Why?
Angels aren't allowed to be seen.
You mean my Mama's an angel? With a white nightgown and wings?
Yes.
But I don't want a Mama I can't see.
All right, then. I'll be your Mama. Just till you're old enough not to need one.
Letter for you, miss.
Thank you, Becky.
It's from India, right? From your dad. That's why I brung it up straight away.
Was that the only reason?
Well, I was wondering if you went to the shops yet.
Yes. I'm afraid we'll have to run along now, Lottie.
But you haven't finished telling me about heaven.
I'll tell you some more later. I want to read my letter.
All right. Goodbye, Mama.
Bye, Lottie. The dressing table, Becky, the bottom drawer.
Oh, miss. How many can you spare?
All of them. They're all for you.
Oh, thank you, miss. What does he say?
It's just to wish me a happy birthday.
Oh, when is it?
Next week, Tuesday.
I don't have no birthday.
But you must have. Everyone has a birthday.
Well, I suppose I do. But I don't know when it is. I was left outside the hospital, see? As a baby. So I never knew me mum or dad.
Oh, Becky, what a terrible life you've had.
Oh, it's not so bad now. This place is better than the orphanage. Only thing is, when Cook's in one of her moods, I don't get no food.
Don't worry, I'll always have some for you.
Hello?
Yes, Captain Sahib?
I'm so sorry.
Sorry?
For being so stupid. Can you forgive me?
There is nothing to forgive.
I brought you so much misery. This is so... Thank God.
fast as I can.
The cake! Where is the birthday cake?
Well, Cook's still icing it, Mum. She sends her apologies.
Well, one can't eat apologies. Now tell her to hurry. I want everything here by 2:30.
Yes, Mum. Oh, good gracious. I've never seen such a feast.
Fit for a princess, wouldn't you say?
Can we afford it?
Oh, it will all go on the captain's account, along with these absurdly expensive gifts.
You certainly haven't stinted the child. I thought you didn't like her.
Oh, this is not for Sarah's benefit, Amelia.
No?
No, we have some important visitors arriving. Or have you forgotten?
Oh, Lord and Lady Atwood.
Yes. It will do no harm at all for them to see how we celebrate a pupil's birthday, particularly as we're not paying for it. Look at that.
Such a sad face, ma petite. Are you not excited?
Yes. I just wish Papa could be here.
Oh, it's no use wishing for things that can never be. I'm sure he wouldn't like you to be sad on such a day. Oh, someone has left you a package. You know who left it?
Yes.
It's dirty, and she doesn't know how to spell.
Oh, Mariette, there are more important things in life than spelling.
You better hurry up. Well, look, she'll just have to wait, won't she? Oh. Hello, miss. Happy birthday, miss.
Becky, thank you so much. What a wonderful present. Did you like it, miss? Really? Oh, it's beautiful. I shall keep it by my bedside, so it'll be the first thing I see in the morning. It's only cheap stuff in the market, but you said you like to pretend, didn't you? And you could pretend it's satin with diamond pins stuck in it. I don't have to pretend. I like it just as it is. I made it myself, though the stitching's not very good. Oh, it's perfect. It's the most perfect present you could have given me. Becky, I do love you.
When will that be? Said the bells of set me. I do not know. Said the great hello. Here comes the candle to light you to bed. Here comes the chopper to chop off your head. Chip, chop, the last man dead.
Put all the boxes on the table so that everyone can see Miss Sarah open them. Rebecca, you forget yourself. It is not your place to smile at my young ladies.
No, Mum. Sorry, Mum.
Now leave us.
Oh, please, Miss Minchin. May Becky stay?
Rebecca? Why, Sarah dear?
Because I know she'd like to see the presents. After all, she's a young girl too.
She most certainly is not. She's a scullery maid.
Oh, please, Miss Minchin. I know she'd enjoy it. Please let her stay.
Very well, Sarah. Since it is your birthday, I accede to your request. Rebecca, thank Miss Sarah for her kindness.
Thank you, miss. And thank you ever so much, Mum. I did so want to see the present.
Well, go and stand over there in the corner. Not too near my young ladies. Now, before Sarah opens her presents, I should like to say a few words. Stand back, please. Everybody stand back. Now, we all consider our birthdays to be very special occasions. Do we not, Lottie?
Yes, Miss Minchin.
But in Sarah's case, it is an extra special occasion because it will bring her 1 year nearer to the time when she will inherit a large fortune.
From an army captain.
It will be her duty to spend her money in a meritorious manner, Lavinia. That is why I am so pleased her dear papa has entrusted her to my care. For what use is money without a good education?
What use is good education without money?
Did you say something, Lavinia?
No, Miss Minchin.
I hope you all appreciate Sarah's generosity in giving you this party, and I would like you all to express your gratitude by saying all together out loud, "Thank you, Sarah."
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you for coming to my party.
A very pretty curtsy, dear. Right, well, then I shall leave you all to enjoy yourselves.
This one, Sarah. Open this one first. Oh, books. Fancy sending you books. That's the sort of thing my papa would send.
I asked for them.
Ask for books? Why?
Because I like reading.
Oh, the princess likes reading, does she? I suppose little future had spent our fortune in a meritorious manner. This one's in French. Perhaps she's thinking of buying France.
Don't take any notice, Sarah. Open this one. Come on, Becky, come and look.
The mistress told me to keep my distance, miss.
Well, I tell you to come closer, and it's my birthday. Oh, Sarah, what a lovely hat. Put it on. You look beautiful, Mama. Really beautiful.
Your papa's solicitor has called to see Miss Minchin. As the refreshments are laid out in her room, she suggests you take your tea now, then she can talk to him in here. I want is hardly a ladylike way of expressing yourself, Lottie. Now, if you form into two ranks, Sarah will lead us to the feast in an orderly fashion.
High-spirited, I fear. It will end in tears. Pray do sit down, Mr. Barrow.
I'd rather stand, thank you, madam.
Oh, as you wish.
Extravagance, ridiculous extravagance. Such a foolish young man.
Captain Crewe?
The late Captain Crewe.
You don't mean he's...
Dead, madam. And he died a pauper.
A pauper? But that is not possible.
All that's left in the estate is a half share in some African hole in the ground. His partner apparently told him there were diamonds at the bottom. Must have been a swindler.
But the party, all these gifts, I paid for them.
Then you too have gambled and lost.
Now, why should I be the loser? You are the captain's legal representative. It was you who told me to hire a carriage, engage a French maid.
I was merely carrying out my client's instructions, his written instructions, which I can produce in court if necessary.
And what about your moral responsibility?
We are not even morally responsible for our client's debts, madam. As a matter of fact, our own account with the captain remains unpaid.
You can afford it. I can't. This is absolutely outrageous.
Please don't think me unsympathetic. You have every right to be angry.
And what about the girl? Has she any relatives?
None that I know of.
Oh, well, she's not staying here. I shall turn her out into the street.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
It wouldn't look well. Penniless pupil sent packing by young ladies' seminary. The story would soon get about.
Then what am I to do with her?
Why not put her to work? And then she can pay off the debt herself. She's a clever child, I believe, and I'm sure she'll give you satisfaction. Good afternoon.
Who is there? Come out immediately! How dare you eavesdrop on my private conversation?
I'm sorry, Mum. I know I didn't ought to have it. Only I was looking at the presents, and when I heard you coming, I sort of got in a panic like.
What did you hear?
Nothing, Mum, except that poor Miss Sarah ain't got a dad no more, and she's lost all her money.
Leave this room this instant!
But what would she do? I mean, she's used to having a maid and that. Would you let me wait on her after I've done my regular duties, Mum? Then poor Miss Syal wouldn't feel so bad.
Poor Miss Sarah will wait on herself. Poor Miss Sarah will wait on others. Now leave this room or leave my house!
And so say all of us, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Young ladies, silence. You will all go upstairs, change out of your party frocks and assemble in the schoolroom. Quickly. Sarah, you will remain here. Quickly. Quick, sticks everybody. Come along, come along, come along.
Slow coach, Ermengarde.
Quickly.
Come on. What's the matter, sister? Never mind. You'll just leave it now. Quick, sister.
I want no crying and no unpleasant scenes. I have some bad news.
Not Papa.
He's dead. And before he died, he lost every penny of his fortune. You are left a pauper on my hands.
Dead?
You are a beggar, Sara. And it appears you have no other relative to take care of you.
Papa. Dead.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? You are quite alone in the world. Entirely dependent on my child. There'll be no more of your grand airs. No more of this princess nonsense. Ridiculously expensive finery belongs to me. And it will have to be sold. Pay for all this. If I choose to give you shelter, you must work for your living.
Work? Yes. If I can work, it won't hurt so much. What must I do?
You must do whatever I tell you to do. Have you got a black dress in that sumptuous wardrobe upstairs?
Yes, but it's too small for me.
Go and put it on. And take those ridiculous ringlets out of your hair. And then I will show you to your new quarters. Wait! Aren't you going to thank me?
Thank you.
For my kindness in giving you a home.
No, Miss Minchin, you are not kind. And this is not a home. What will you do, Mariette?
Seek a new position, of course. Find an employer who can afford to pay my wages.
Please forgive Papa. I'm sure it wasn't his fault that he lost all his money.
Perhaps I should have asked to see his references.
It wasn't my fault either.
Did I say that it was?
No. But you just seem so cold, as if you blamed me. Don't you like me anymore?
I do not dislike you. And I wish you well. But now I must think of myself.
Yes, yes, of course.
Are you ready, Sara?
Yes, Miss Minchin.
Then come along. You're late, Sara.
I'm sorry, Miss Minchin.
Don't let it occur again. And in future, you will address me as Mum. Well?
Yes, Mum.
Now, you will begin your duties by helping with the younger children. See that they behave and do not waste their food. Lottie has already upset her milk.
Yes, Mum.
Come along, everyone. Get on with
Is
your
it true,
breakfast.
Mama? Are you really poor now?
Yes, Lottie.
As poor as the beggar?
No, beggars have nowhere to live. At least I have a room of my own.
A new room?
Yes.
Is it nice? Can I come and see it?
I don't think that would be a very good idea.
Why not?
Miss Minchin wouldn't approve.
She can't stop me. You're my mamma.
No, Lottie, not anymore. You don't really want to call Mamma, do you?
Ermengarde, you will no longer associate with the other pupils when you are not helping the younger children with their revision. You will lead a separate life, one more suited to your changed circumstances. Is that clear?
Yes, Mum.
And you will not behave like an ill-used heroine. I do not want my girls writing to their parents that you have been badly treated, because you're not being badly treated. I have given you a home. That is a great deal more than you have any right to expect. During the rest of the day, you will be at cook's disposal. In the evening, when you have finished your household duties, quietly in the corridor, you may concentrate on your education. Take whatever books you require and study them in the privacy of your room, away from the other girls. Still no word of thanks.
Thank you, Mum.
That's better. Now go down to the kitchen and see what cook wants you to do. Well.
Not much of a princess now, are we?
Sold your tiara, have you, love? Never mind. If you work hard, you can buy another one next week. Don't tease her, Amelia. She just lost her dad.
So? I lost my dad when I was 7, and good riddance too, drunken brew. Right, you can start by scrubbing this floor. Oh, sorry to spoil them lily white hands of yours, love, but now you're a member of the working classes, you can forget about looking pretty. Come on, through here. Bucket's under the sink.
Where's the mop?
The mop? I didn't say mop the floor, did I? I said scrub it with a brush. That means getting down on your hands and knees.
Here, I'll fill it for
No,
you.
you won't. Leave her alone. She's got to learn sometime. Right now, put the soap flakes in. Oh, bless her. You're not in the doll's kitchen now. Take a proper handful. She work up a nice lather. Right now, back in there. Come on, we haven't got all day. Got bread to make. Start here. Sarah, you blacked them shoes yet?
Take that coal bucket up to Miss Lavinia's room.
Still that grate to clean out yet, you know. Look at the princess, Henrietta. You ain't half a sight, your highness.
What? You don't think Cook's driving Sarah a little too hard, do you?
No, I don't. The sooner the child learns what's expected of her, the better.
Well, you don't think she's expecting a little too much? I mean, she is only 11.
Amelia, do you know how much Captain Crewe owed us? With the birthday gifts, the party, the hire of the pony and carriage. Somewhere in excess of £260.
I know, but...
On top of which, I have received a letter, a solicitor's letter, informing me that since I engaged Mariette, I am legally responsible for her wages till the end of term, which amount to another 20.
Yeah, but that is hardly her fault.
Of course it is. Shouldn't have had such ridiculously expensive teeth.
But it wasn't her. It was just that her father indulged her so.
Exactly. And the sins of the father should be visited on the children.
Oh, well, that is God's prerogative, not ours.
Amelia, how else are we to pay off that debt?
I'm not saying that she shouldn't work, just that the regime should be a little less harsh.
Well, but it will become a little less harsh as she grows older. At the moment, she is merely saving us the wages of a maid of all work. In time, as she begins to teach the older children, she will save us the wages of an instructress. Then, and only then, will her duties become less arduous.
Sarah! Sarah?
Yes?
How are you?
Well, I haven't had time to think about it. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
Are you very unhappy?
You mean scrubbing floors all day? Carrying coal buckets up the stairs? Peeling potatoes? How could I possibly be unhappy? Something. I'm glad to see you. I never thought I'd be glad to see a rat. Prisoners in the Bastille used to make friends with rats. Why don't I make friends with you? My name's Sarah. And your name is? Let's see now. What shall I call you? You look like a king rat. So I shall give you a kingly sort of name. I know. Melchizedek. He must have been a kind king because he gave Abraham some bread and wine. Perhaps you're hungry and thirsty now, Melchizedek. I'm afraid I haven't got any wine, but I've got some bread. If you come here, I'll share it with you. I see. Even you don't want to talk to me. Even you don't want to be friends. We'll see if I care.
I'm sorry. This must be very painful for you.
Yes, Colonel Sahib.
For me too. Your master wasn't just my junior officer. He was my friend.
I know.
I still don't understand it. I thought he was a man of means, but it seems he owed money all over the place. I had to pay his mess bill out of my own pocket. Ethra! Charlie!
Who has bought all these things?
I've no idea. I had a message from a bank in Delhi. A gentleman who wished to remain anonymous offered to purchase all the captain's effects. So, they asked me to have them valued and put into storage. All except this.
Golly.
He wants to take her back to England with him. She used to be sent straight to the docks in Bombay.
That is very strange.
What?
Well, that he should know the captain possessed such a statue.
Yes. Suggests he's been here, doesn't it? Well, anyway, his money's a godsend. It'll settle all your master's debts.
I hope he is a good man. Otherwise, Kali will destroy him.
Very good. No, Lottie. Not le maison, la maison. But you said that feminine words ended with an E. I said most words ending with an E are feminine, but some words that don't end with an E are feminine too. I hate French. You'll like it when you get used to it. I don't think I shall ever get used to it. How did you learn it? My mama was French. You mean before she went to heaven? Yes. That must mean I've got a French grandmama. No, Lottie, I told you. I'm not your mama anymore. I don't mind if you're poor, and I want to see your new room. You wouldn't like it. Why not? It's right at the top of the house, and it's small and cold and damp. But that's the skivvy's room, and I know that you're a real skivvy.
Oh, yes, she is, Lottie. She tried to hide it by wearing all those expensive clothes, but she was always a real skivvy underneath.
Mum.
Lottie, what are you doing? You shouldn't be up here.
I wanted to see where you lived.
Well, now you've seen it. You better go back downstairs or I shall get into trouble.
You're right. It is cold and damp.
It's not so bad. There's a nice view from the window. I was just looking at it. You can see all sorts of interesting things.
What sort of things?
Rooftops with chimneys and smoke curling up into the sky. Sparrows hopping about and talking to each other. Attic windows belonging to other houses. You couldn't see any of those things from my other room.
Can I see? Will you lift me up so I can see?
All right. You'll have to be very quiet.
Oh, yes, it is a nice view.
You see that window?
Yes.
That's the attic belonging to the next house.
The empty house? The one that's for sale?
Yes. But I pretend that another girl lives there. A beautiful French princess. And her father and mother, the king and queen, have just been sent to the guillotine.
What's that?
A sort of mechanical axe that chops people's heads off.
Oh, I shouldn't like to be sent there.
So she's in great danger. We both are. Because we're a threat to the king's enemies.
You mean you might have your heads chopped off?
They might come for us any day now. But there's just one hope. A handsome soldier called D'Artagnan. He and his musketeers are loyal to the crown, you see. I know they're making plans to rescue me.
to drop in, Your
I'm
Highness.
sorry, Prit, the shop is so close.
Oh, excuses, excuses. Do you think the mistress would listen to my excuses if supper wasn't on time? All here, is it?
Yes.
Come on, hold that. Sugar, tea, sultanas, cheese. Where's the parsley?
That wasn't on the list.
I can't serve boiled potatoes without parsley. You'll have to go back to the greengrocer's.
But it's nearly closing time.
Then you'll have to get a move on then, won't you? Go on. Off you go. Go on. Establishment. Fine advertisement, I must say. Well, don't just stand there dripping on my floor. Where's the parsley?
It was too late. They were closed.
Too late? What'd you do? Stop to order yourself a new ball gown, I suppose? Get those upstairs. All right. You're too late for supper and all.
But it wasn't my fault, Cook. I ran all the way.
Look, don't give me no more of your excuses or I'll give you a good hiding. You're not having any more supper and that's that.
Just have some bread.
No, you can't. Didn't they teach you the Bible in India? To them that hath not shall be taken away. You hath not the parsley. Therefore I'm taking away your supper. Now get out of my kitchen. Get out!
Oh, miss! Whatever happened? Everyone laughed, Becky. I fell down in the street and no one tried to help me up. They just laughed. I know. I got knocked over by a cab once. And the toffs inside thought it was great sport. I didn't realise what? People could be so cruel.
Ermengarde. Hello, Sarah. It's all right. I made sure no one saw me.
What do you want?
To talk to you. I've been so miserable.
You've been miserable?
You're my only friend. And when I meet you in the passage, you treat me like a stranger. Don't you like me anymore?
Skivvies can't afford likes and dislikes. They have to keep away from the pupils in case they contaminate them.
Oh, don't be so silly. We don't have to take any notice of Miss Minchin.
Don't we?
No. I'm willing to take the risk. If you are.
You mean you're willing to risk being sent to your room or given some lines to write? You expect me to risk being turned out into the street?
So you want to stop being friends?
I thought we had stopped.
That's not the answer. If you don't want me to come and see you, I won't.
It's not what I want, Ermengarde. It's what's best for you.
For me?
If Lavinia and Jessie find out, they'll make you even more miserable.
At least I wouldn't be lonely. I know that someone in this place cared for me. That is, if you still care.
Of course I care. It's just that
seen so many people change lately. I thought you might have changed too.
And I thought it was you who changed.
I have.
How?
I don't trust people anymore.
You trust me, though. And Emily.
Emily's not a person. She never feels anything because she hasn't a heart. And she can't think because her head's full of sawdust. She's nothing but a stupid doll.